Good evening, guys, and happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. Well, guys, hopefully the lights don't start flickering again, but there's currently a thunderstorm outside, which is hilarious because both me and Jack looked up today. Jack was like, oh, when's it supposed to rain today? And I was like, I'm not seeing rain in the forecast at all on, you know, like the weather app. And then Jack ended up checking his weather app later because it was getting really dark outside, and I was like, it looks like it's gonna rain. And then Jack's like, oh no, it's not supposed to rain. He's like, oh, there's a chance at 4 a.m. Well, it's not 4 a.m. and it's thunderstorming, and it's been like raining pretty much since about 5 o'clock like this afternoon. And so like not 4 a.m. though, which was when there was a slight chance for like an hour. And that was funny too, because then after that, though, when it did get really, really dark, Jack checked on the app again and it was like, oh, there was a chance, like a 30% chance for like an hour between I think 5 and 6 o'clock, which was right when we were trying to grill for dinner. However, it ended up raining all through then, very much after that as well, and then now it's thunderstorming again. And so I was like raining somewhat through most of the, like, even till probably close to like 8 o'clock. And so now it's about midnight, it's thunderstorming, and so I don't know. But the lights, it doesn't look like it's that windy outside, but the lights have been flickering. So my mom keeps going, oh please don't let the power go out, don't let the power go out. So I don't really, like I said, I don't know what's going on, because like I said, it doesn't look that windy outside, but for some reason the power keeps flickering. We ended up getting a lot of stuff done for today, but kind of a little bit of random stuff, just because we're kind of, like I was telling you guys, there's not like a big kind of project thing that we really have to do upstairs. There's little electrical stuff today, which at the very end of the day, before we were kind of finished up and we ended up doing dinner and everything, I was helping my dad. We needed to fish some electrical wire underneath the floorboard kind of upstairs in the attic, and so we had to like, it was kind of a pain because the beams are, you know, the studs are like going up and down, and then the beams are going like this way, so they're like right up against, so we had to like fish it in and around and then in and around, and it was just a huge pain to try and get the outlets where we want it, because there's already electric there, which they ran under the floor, but it's in the wrong, like it's not where we want it. We're gonna move it to just being one outlet, well, two outlets but next to each other instead, and one's gonna be for like the window AC unit when we have it plugged in, the other's going to be for just like regular like outlet plugs. So anyways, we ended up needing to get that done today, which my dad was dreading as being one of the most difficult parts, but it didn't take us that long. It was like maybe at most like a half an hour to do the whole thing. It was just kind of tedious process because like in order to like get it and fish it, we had to like use like the electric, like I don't know what it's called, like a metal kind of like snake looking thing, almost like you would use for like the like drains and stuff like that, but it's like for, you put like string kind of stuff on the end of it, and then you fish it through so that then you can pull your wire through later. And I've seen my dad use this actually quite often. We had to use it, I think, in my mom's office to redo one of the new spots that we ended up doing the electric for, one of the outlets, because we ended up moving them up for her desk that's in there. So like I said, I know that we've used that before, but the problem was is that because we didn't have much control over it, and we couldn't, like, the floor underneath is kind of like all open, we couldn't get it close enough to the wall, and there's floorboards all on top of it, so we had to like fish it and then try and get like a hook to like get it and then pull it through. So again, it's kind of a pain, but like I said, it didn't end up taking us that long. We got all the wires pulled already, so my dad just needs to put the new boxes in and then pull the old wires out that we're not using anymore, and we're good with all that stuff, which is super awesome. So my dad was like, this is gonna be the worst thing ever. He's like, I'm dreading having to do that, and we both ended up getting it done fairly quickly. And then he also finished up a lot of the insulation. However, one of the problems we had was Menards does not carry the foil-faced insulation, which is what we need for the exterior. They have the craft face, which we already have, and we didn't need much more of. The main thing that we needed more of was the foil face, and they didn't have that. They apparently don't carry it in stock, and like no other hardware place really even carries it at all. Menards is like one of the only places that sells it, and so like I said, it's a huge pain. We need to order that, and it's not going to be here for about a week, so we can't even finish with the other insulation stuff until that ends up coming. So we, like I said, we have to get that ordered and everything, and then we need to wait until it gets here. But until then, there's still a little bit more installation that can still be done. And you know, that kind of stuff. But like I said, my dad ended up getting to that, and then also too, I ended up going outside and planting those 2 herbs that we got at Meijer, which thankfully has got a lot of rain today. Both of those, I got the rosemary and the parsley, that were 2 of the ones my mom couldn't find at the greenhouse she went to. So I like rosemary because I make a really good homemade rosemary bread, and my mom really likes using parsley, and the guinea pigs like parsley too. So we ended up getting that for the herb garden outside. But then while I was outside, I was like, you know what, I saw some sticker bushes in the front flower bed. I took maybe about 20 minutes or so today just to kind of weed part of that bed out. So not part of it, I kind of pulled anything that was big and noticeable out. There were some blades of grass that were in there, a couple dandelions, like again, that kind of stuff. I pulled again in a handful of sticker bushes that were in there. So I ended up really kind of weeding and pulling all that stuff out, which was really awesome. And like I said, I kind of cleared part of that bed out. But it hasn't really been too much of a pain, and like I said, I didn't really go over it super in depth, but just kind of again pulled out most of the big stuff that I kind of saw that was there and was in the way and shouldn't be there. So like I said, I ended up doing that, and then Jack ended up, he watered, thankfully everything on the deck, because everything that's on the deck is covered, so it doesn't get rain anyway. But he was also testing out the new hose that we got, and ended up watering the potted plants in the back behind the garage. And again too, like I was saying, we both saw that there wasn't a very high chance that we were going to get rain today, and when there was only going to be a short period of time. So we were like, oh, like, you know, just make sure you water the stuff in the backyard, you know, again, those potted plants, because the you know, like, because they dry out really quickly. So I told him, and it rained a handful of days ago, but not super recently. So we're like, you know, just water that stuff. It's kind of starting to look a little droopy and everything. And then again, to the stuff on the deck, and he was going to go and do the front yard, but then again to this, when it started raining, so we were like, okay, we don't need to do it. And again, pretty much wasted water today watering all the potted plants in the back, because now it's pouring. Like, we've gotten buckets of rain today, and it is just coming down in like sheets outside right now. So like I said, he ended up doing that, but he also mowed the front lawn. But he was going to power wash. He's power washing the fence right now, so he can stain it. We'll re-stain the section that he's power washing, and then the other part of the fence, which is all the tall fence, it never got stained, so he's gonna power wash that and then stain all of that. So he has to stain or power wash the other side, but because my dad was doing the electric upstairs at that time, he had to turn the power off, and the power is both for upstairs and the garage. So Jack couldn't turn on the pressure washer because it requires electricity, and there was no electricity to the garage for a little while today. It was maybe no more than an hour, but that was like right at the time when Jack was like, okay, I'm gonna go and power wash the fence, and I was like, Dad has the power turned off right now, so you're gonna have to go and you know, mow the front lawn. Was probably going to be the best option, because that runs on gas, and we don't need power for that. So he ended up doing that and getting that done, but he wanted to do the fence, but like I said, he didn't end up getting to that today. And then he can stain it. And I'm kind of thinking that he should probably like power wash it maybe and finish doing that and then stain that deck, because my only thing is if it takes him too long, that one's gonna be dirty. He's gonna have to power wash it again before he stains it, and then like power wash. By the time he gets back to the other stuff, he's gonna have to, like, once that's done being stained, he's gonna have to get to power washing the other side of the fence. And I think I keep saying deck, it's because I'm always power washing the deck at the beginning of the summer, and I think one year maybe I did at the end of the summer or something like that. I don't know. But anyways though, guys, like I said, he did a really good job though, because you could see when it dried, he, like, I mean, it looked like a new fence. It was like really nice and clean, and he stripped off a little bit of the stain that was already on there, which is, I guess, kind of good. But he's gonna restain that now, like I said, as well. It's just he has to do the other side now, and then he can stain it. So that's what he's up to. That's kind of his project. So like I told you guys too, we're kind of like at the point upstairs right now where we're waiting on getting the insulation. We just bought the window that we're having installed hopefully soon, but we have to wait to get the insulation. There's like a couple other little like housekeeping kind of things that like have to be done upstairs. Like there's like, oh, we have to put like this little piece of wood in here for like the drywall or something, or we have to do like this little thing for, you know, the electric for the outlet, or we have to, you know, so there's like little, like, again, little small tedious things that I think have to get done, but there's no like big project other than the insulation. And like I said, now we're waiting to actually get that because we have to order it. And other than that, again, there's no much else as far as like project stuff kind of goes. So anyways, that was kind of our update for today. We also grilled. We ended up doing chicken on the grill. I had my Impossible Burger, and we also ended up doing, I made pasta salad earlier, like, because again too, I didn't have much to do. So when I went outside, I ended up planting those plants. I ended up weeding the flower bed. I came inside, I made the pasta salad for dinner. Then I went upstairs, kind of helped my dad. But then too, we also did corn that my dad got at Tony's the other day, and Jack cleaned the corn, and then we ended up doing that for dinner. And then we also, I cut up watermelon, and I'm trying to think what else we did. We did something else. Oh, zucchini. So we had 2 little zucchini. I'm so happy because I got them while they were small, guys. I didn't lose them and to get them when they were like a foot long, because our zucchini are like out of control. Like last year I was like, oh, I'm so good at picking them, and like the very like first like couple zucchini, and then after that they started getting bigger and bigger because I didn't get out there fast enough to pick them. And sometimes too, I'd lose them. Like I wouldn't see, and all of a sudden I look, and all of a sudden there's just like a foot long zucchini in there. I'm like, where did this come from? I was like, how did I not see this? So I found there were 2 that were out there that I knew were out there, and one was much smaller. So I picked one on like maybe Wednesday or something like that, and then I picked the other one today, and then we ended up cutting them up. We put some olive oil, some garlic, a little bit of lemon juice, and some salt on them. My dad grilled them up on the grill with dinner tonight, and they were super tasty. They honestly, I think some of the best zucchini we've ever done on the grill, but they just tasted better too because they were like homegrown zucchini, and so they were like zucchini chips. That's kind of how we cut them. But like I said, they were super tasty, and you know, just like homegrown tasty. But just the seasonings and stuff like that too that were on them were also made them taste pretty good. So we ended up doing that for dinner also tonight, which was again really awesome. So my mom's cooking dinner tomorrow, and then we switched days. Normally she cooks on the weekend anyway, but I cook today so that she can cook on Wednesday. And so she's cooking tomorrow, I'm doing Monday and Tuesday, and then she's doing Wednesday. Nobody cooks on Thursday, then I'm cooking again on Friday. So that's kind of how this week's working out. But I am going to Jewel tomorrow, and we do have to stop at Aldi and get 3 things, which I need to remember what those 3 things are because I will forget. So I need to remember to write them down. But like I said, we're gonna go there tomorrow, so I should have a haul for you guys for that. But if you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see y'all very soon, Jenny Faces tomorrow. So bye guys.